Light and peace, brothers and sisters. Topic of discussion today is rest in peace. What does society exactly mean by rest in peace? For more than 7,000 years now, when Hanuasaj brought his creation story to our world, we've had a confusion about what does rest in peace mean. When a human in our world dies, we have people say rest in peace, R.I.P., R.I.P., rest in peace. We have this all over. If you go to mortuaries, if you go to a place of death where they bury people with their coffins and stuff like that, you got rest in peace all over. People who's doing their obituary, you got photos, rest in peace. On Facebook, social media, rest in peace. Now the question is exactly what is this? Is this really true? Do humans, when they die, do they actually rest in peace? Now, I'm about to decode and turn this more than 7,000 years ago bondage upside down. The truth to the matter is that when a spirit dies, it does not rest in peace. The real word, the true word that we should be using in 2018 moving forward is rise in peace or resurrection in progress. Rise in peace or resurrection in progress. We've got religion people, the pastors, the prophets, the Muslim prophets, the Buddhists, the Buddha, the monks. They use this rest in peace. But in reality, it's another bondage, just like Judgment Day. This does not exist. It's another bondage that was created by fallen gods, fallen angels, self-glorified gods and goddesses who took it upon themselves that they were going to bring doctrines to us so that they could bound our souls, they could bound our spirit, they could bound our mind. When we humans die, we become slaves in their own heavenly kingdom. So they came up with another type of bondage, and that's rest in peace. Humans doesn't rest in peace. When a human dies, the spirit rises after 3 days. And that's your allegory story when it comes to the Jesus Christ and the Christian Bible. After 3 days, he rose. So the spirit does not rest forever, waiting for Judgment Day. The spirit does not sleep. Now, if you have faith in rest in peace principle, then you will be sleeping when you die. And you'll be waiting for a bunch of angels or good angels, angels of the Creator, to come lift you up, to come wake you up. Let me just go to the OahspeCollegeUniversity for a minute. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm a brother faithist who teach from the OahspeCollegeUniversity. So I teach, and also I'm a student of the OahspeCollegeUniversity, because OahspeCollegeUniversity is so comprehensive that I cannot even say I'm a teacher. I'm still a student. While I still teach, I'm a teacher and a student at the same time. Let me break this down. I'm going to go to the OahspeCollegeUniversity for a minute. I'm just going to bring up just one verse, and from there I'll continue. The book of Fragapeti, chapter 12, verses 16. I'm going to be reading from the book of Fragapeti, chapter 12, verses 16. Just verse 16. Then Fragapeti turned to Ohab, saying, "Speak, O Ohab, 900 million dead who are still sleeping in death lie at our feet. These regions are unsuited for their treatment. Where shall we take them? Or shall we, because they are so dead, leave them to shift for themselves?" Question mark. Let me just read this in again. verse 16. If you don't know who Ohab is, those who read Ohab know that Ohab was a guy that didn't believe much on the higher realms. He didn't believe much on the heavenly kingdom above him. He didn't believe in the ethereal heaven. So this brother Ohab, was comfortable in his region of heaven that he was. Just like somebody who lives in the Bronx, comes out of the house, there's grocery stores. There's everything for him. He could branch at the grocery store. He's got the subway where he could take his train right away. And then all of a sudden, you got a family member or someone from the Queens come to him and say, look, I got better place for you to live in Queens. And the guy just kept on saying no and kept on coming with a bunch of excuses. This is who Ohab is in the Ohspe. He was a god, and he was a god, but not the god. He was not a god that had the mantle. In other words, he proclaimed himself God, based on that region. But the Creator did not give him the mantle. He doesn't have the mantle. He does not possess the triangle to rule. He doesn't have that. I'm going to say this. I'm going to read it again. Book of Fragapeti, chapter 12, verses 16. Then Fragapeti turned to Ohab, saying, speak, O Ohab, 900 million dead who are still sleeping in death. That's your rest in peace. R.I.P. now. Lie at our feet. These regions are unsuited for their treatment. Where shall we take them? Or shall we, because they are so dead, leave them to shift for themselves? See, this is what I'm talking about. Rest in peace. It's another concept that have driven humanity into darkness. Now, you got humans dying. We have new generations coming in, newborn babies, new generations coming in place now, and we're teaching them, we're still telling them rest in peace. Why? They see that, the kids see that. You got the television showing them, social media, you've got Facebook. So the kids that are growing up today in our world are also learning about this rest in peace. But it doesn't make sense. Yeah, you got Fragapeti, who is an Etherean, came down to rule our earth. He came down to rule our world. He's the God of heaven and earth during his time. And this brother here, this God here, is asking another God, I'm going to say self-glorified God, that because, like I said previously, he didn't take the mantle. Now, these are two angels now. If you've not watched my video about who are angels, what is an angel, you should go watch that video. I break it down. God is also an angel. So this God here, Fragapeti, an Etherean God, matter of fact, he was an Orion chief. I'm going to do a video. I'm going to break down a video. In the meantime, Brother Sila Shalom, if you go to YouTube video, just search for Sila Shalom. He broke down the title and ranks of angels already. So he had two different videos about it. So he broke them down already. He has a breakdown, a complete breakdown about it. So if you have not watched it, you could go watch it also. Sila Shalom video has it. He has a bunch of Ohspe videos already. Now, this brother here was asking he was asking a self-glorified God, what should we do with 900 million dead? Spirits of the dead. These are humans that died, but they're sleeping in death. Why? Because they believe in rest in peace theory. They believe in the rest in peace theorem. They believe in this so-called policy that doesn't make any sense. Rest in peace. We humans today should change our concept about rest in peace. When humans die, their spirit do not rest in peace. It rises. It starts rising based on your belief system, based on what you were eating. It starts rising and it rises gradually to higher plateaus, higher spheres. You've got this 900 million dead. Now, you can imagine how many are dead now. People are still sleeping. Humans are sleeping in their coffin, 6 feet under, 9 feet under, 3 feet under, just sleeping, because the self-glorified gods, the fake God, the fallen angels, gave us the wrong concept, gave us the wrong principle. We should change our concept. When human die in our world, OahspeCollegeUniversity gives you 3 different, about even, what am I saying? More than 10 examples, but there was 3 perfect chapters that spoke about human when they died, and they were faithists. They believed in the Creator. When they die, after 3 days, your spirit rises and ascend to the heaven belonging to them. You see? So, if you practice false resurrection while in this world, then you're gonna rise to false heaven. If you practice second resurrection while in this world, then you're gonna rise to second resurrection heaven. Now, for those who had special purpose in our world, they're gonna just drop them to third heaven, and they're gonna wait, and then they're gonna rise to ethereal right there, because they did their own job. A perfect example was Chine, which today they call China. He was a real man, and it also gives you a breakdown. Sakaya also did rise. It is time for our society, this physical planet, this world, to change this concept, because people believe in rest in peace, but in reality, when human dies, they don't rest in peace. Why do we use this word? This is invalid. This is not true. It doesn't exist. And you got gods and goddesses in heaven doing more labor. You're putting more labor on them, because we have in this chapter 900 million dead right there. So when are we going to change our concept? We should start changing that concept now. It should be rise in peace. It should be resurrection in progress. Because what OahspeCollegeUniversity makes us understand is that when humans die, they have to be educated. So they're going to enter them into education. And you're going to have a lot of Christians who's going to say no. And you Christians, that's how you become your familiar spirit. You Christians, your Buddhists, your Islam, you become a wandering spirit. You become a vampire spirit. You become demonic spirit. Why? Because you do not want it. Because while you were in this world, you refuse to accept the truth. You refuse to do research about your Bible. Now you also believe in this rest in peace theory, rest in peace theorem, rest in peace principle. Something that doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. And another question I have is that if truly this rest in peace exists, why do we have haunted houses? Why do we have so many stories about spirits coming back to us and people are recording them? If you go on cable now and you go to scientific channels, you see where they record. They have series where they record spirits and ghosts. You could go on YouTube. They record them live. You still have spirits wandering around houses, wandering around grocery stores. They still wandering around restaurants. So the spirits do not rest in peace. They don't rest. They don't sleep. But if you believe that concept before you die, then you're going to be resting in peace, because that's what you believed. And if angels of the Creator come to you to try to lift you up, to try to awaken you from your ignorance, you're going to refuse. Just like a judgment day. Judgment day, they believing that one day everybody's going to come and God or the Creator is going to judge all of us. Millions of souls, billions, zillions of souls. Nonsense. This rest in peace theory is also nonsense. Brothers and sisters, it is time. The OahspeCollegeUniversity was founded to teach humans so we could lift each other up and teach each other up. It is time. Rest in peace is a wrong thing to use. It's a wrong concept. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't work. In America alone, you've got spirits of the dead that come back to our world, and people are recording them. They're recording them live now. We can see this. That the spirit does not rest in peace. The spirit rises after death. Once a human dies, that spirit rises. The soul rises. The soul lives in another world, which is called heaven. It lives in false resurrection heaven. It lives in the intermediate world, which we call heaven. Brothers and sisters, subscribe to our YouTube video. The topic of discussion, the OahspeCollegeUniversity teaching, right after this transmission, the next one that is going to be uploaded by me, will be the heaven above America versus the heaven above Africa. The heaven above America versus the heaven above Africa. The heaven above US, United States versus Africa. The heaven above United States of America versus Africa. That will be our next topic. Bye-bye, brothers and sisters. Light and peace now.